Hey guys, today we are going to talk about 7 things you can do to stay on track on Thanksgiving. And Aria is going to help me because you love food as much as I do, right? She does. You want all the foods? Welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking all things Thanksgiving because it is Thanksgiving tomorrow. Oh my gosh, all the foods. Are you excited for all the food? Yes? Aria is just as excited as me. So I want to give you guys 7 things you can take with you to make sure you stay on track, because Thanksgiving is kind of like Christmas, and Thanksgiving's a new concept for me and Aria too. This is your first Thanksgiving. Woo! Because we don't really celebrate this over in Australia, but now I've been in the US for a few years. It is a big thing and the food is so good. But you don't have to blow all your progress or just set yourself back just because of one day. So let's get into, we don't have to ruin it. Let's get into the things we can do to help you stay on track. So tip number 1, plan your day. You know you're going to have a huge dinner leading up in the evening. So in regards to your other meals, make sure you plan them out and keep them a little bit lighter. So I would suggest having something more protein based for each meal that you get hungry at throughout the day, and keep the carbs and fats on the lighter side. So really good strategy for that is to maybe have a protein smoothie in the morning. Keep your lunch nice and light, like a nice protein based salad with chicken, and then you can save as many carbohydrate and fat macros for your dinner. Tip number 2, avoid grazing. I know you'll either arrive at somewhere where you're having a huge dinner and there's probably food out before dinner starts, or you're the one preparing and you're cooking. Avoid just mindlessly grazing and picking at foods, because those calories... Oh, we have some theme music. Do you want to have some theme music? Is that what's happening? I don't even know how I have this. I'm not there, or how she found it. Bless you, bless you. Ew. If you are just mindlessly grazing and picking at food the entire time before you even have your meal, those calories can really add up. So be really mindful. I know there's so many calories. So be really mindful when you're picking at food as to how much you're having and what you're having, or even pop some of those nibbles on a plate so you can portion it out rather than just continuously eating. Tip number 3, do not arrive starving. I guarantee you're probably going to be like, I want to save all the food I want to eat for tonight, and you are ravenous all day, and then you get there and you just want to gorge yourself because you are beyond starving. Do not do that. Make sure you have a light snack before you arrive for dinner time to tie you over, so you are in a much better mindset to make better food choices, and it'll stop you from overeating. Tip number 4, make smart choices. Now, there's always going to be a huge variety of food available. Yes, there is. So much food available. Huge variety of food. There's going to be healthy options. There's going to be some very calorie dense options as well. So, I'm not here to tell you don't eat the fun foods, because I'm all about eating all the foods and not depriving myself. I think that's super important. But just be mindful of the choices you make. So maybe really try to fill up on your protein. So there's always turkey, which is delicious, and vegetables, and then add some room for the fun stuff. Like my favorite thing that I've newly discovered is marshmallow sweet potato. Oh, that is amazing, but it is very, very high in calories per serving. So things like that, maybe have a small portion of, and fill up on the healthier options that are more whole food based, high in fiber, and are going to keep you nice and full. Tip number 5, watch the drinks. If you're a parent especially, or if you're trying to deal with a lot of family members, you might feel like you need to have a drink or 2 or 10. But drinks can really add up in calories. So if you're gonna have some adult beverages or even just some other beverages aside from water, make some smart choices that are lower in calories, like diet sodas are a great option. Obviously water is great, you wanna stay hydrated anyway. And just be mindful of the amount of alcohol you do consume, because alcohol does contain calories and they add up very, very quickly. Tip number 6. Make sure you get moving. So you know you're gonna eat probably a little bit more food than usual. Make sure you get a workout in that day, or at least go for a walk or do something active. Make sure you get moving, because that's gonna help you burn additional calories. You can make room for some of those extra calories you're gonna consume. And that just doesn't go for Thanksgiving. Get moving the rest of the week as well, and leading up to also, because movement is what helps us burn those additional calories. I know I move around all day, every day, because I'm chasing after a 9-month-old. So that helps me a lot, but I try to get an extra walk in, some extra steps, maybe an extra gym session. So be mindful of getting active. Tip number 7. You want to do tip number 7? Just move on if you overeat. So it's inevitable. As much as you want to plan and stay on track, and if you stay on track, it's great. But if you do overeat a little bit, just don't let that turn into 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month. It can kind of be continuous when you have one day where it's like, oh, I messed it up, whatever, I'm just going to turn this into another day. It doesn't matter. Those days do really add up. So just make sure if you kind of mess up on the day and you indulge a little bit too much, it's okay. Don't do anything extreme the following few days. Just move on, get back on track the following day, and you should be fine over the next couple of weeks. Everything will even out, and I guarantee you won't hinder your overall progress. So guys, there you have it. There are my 7 tips to help you make it through Thanksgiving and stay on track. Hopefully you guys find them super easy to implement. I know I'm going to be implementing some of those, because I definitely want to eat all the foods. What about you? You want to eat all the food too? Yeah, you love food just as much as mommy? You do. I know you do. So I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay balanced, stay on track, and enjoy all the fun foods. Say bye.